Hey world, this is a video response to Sean, who is username VenomFangX, and specifically a response to his video titled Proving the Existence of God. Now Sean, if I promised to give you a chocolate bar after you proved to me the existence of God, would you ever get a chocolate bar? No. And that's not because there is or isn't a God, that's just because, and even Christians agree this, you cannot prove or disprove the existence of God. It's just not possible. Now Sean, if I was to say to you that there was an elephant in the trunk of my Hyundai Accent, a tiny car, you of course wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe that I could fit an elephant in the back of my car. Now, you say that there is an all-powerful creator who somehow mystically created us and knows everything and sees everything, and to a completely neutral observer, that seems just as absurd as the elephant in the trunk. But one thing is true for both of those arguments, and that's you cannot prove or disprove either of them. Without actually going to my car and opening the trunk, you can't see whether or not I somehow got an elephant in there. The same is true for the argument of God. I cannot go where God is and see that there is for sure a God there. Even many Christians that I've talked to, many good, loyal Christians, say that to accept God takes a leap of faith. You have to take it on faith. That's why they call it faith. You have to just trust that there is a God. You can't try to prove in your head that there's a God if you want to believe in God. You just have to take it and accept it. And the fact that you're trying to prove, it doesn't speak well for you, and it doesn't speak well for Christians. I live with Christians. I live around Christians. Both my parents are pastors. I've gone to church every Sunday of my life. I could not function without them, and I absolutely understand and respect their views. But to present the argument in the way that you have is just unacceptable. Your argument in the video is based on the notion that there could not have been an infinite amount of time before right now. And that is a flawed notion. Now you start by asking the question, which I parodied at the beginning, if I was to tell you that after an infinite amount of time I would give you a chocolate bar, would you ever get a chocolate bar? No, of course the answer is no. Then you go on and say that because that is true, that there could not have been an infinite amount of time before now. And that's a flawed notion. Infinite is not a measure of time. There is no quantity infinite. Infinite is a concept in that from now until forever is an infinite amount of time. You cannot measure infinite. So is it possible for there to have been an infinite amount of time before right now? Well, frankly, yes. The way that you present your argument as though you are absolutely right and you couldn't possibly be wrong, I mean, that's just not even good debating. It shouldn't be a, I'm right, you cannot disprove me, especially when the claims made are as weak as yours. When you say things like, there's no way to argue this, and I got you cornered, it's not debate, it's just plain rude.
Acaba de una vez, de un solo golpe. ¿Por qué quieres matarme poco a poco? Ya no tropemes gay, ya no provoques mi ruina y perdición, ya no me toques. Con la reforma espero que te vayas para decirte adiós, calamidad. No quiero continuar patrocinando tus lujos y prebendas, ya no más. Y ya después que pase la reforma, que no sigas robando, que pagues ratero, vas a saber que Pemex es del pueblo, no de su sindicato o de un líder eterno. Con la reforma espero que te vayas para decirte adiós, calamidad, y en vez de que te largues a Las Vegas, te vayas al Averno a meditar.